Freedom Village. Welcome to another week of the Monday Morning Show. We are so glad you decided to tune in with us again today. We are here to share with you what is happening around Freedom Village, as well as share some resident stories and have a little fun together. My name is Ashley, and I am your solo host for the week. My co-host Noah is still out of the country on her international mystery trip. If you haven't had a chance yet, please stop outside the activities office and take a look at all of the pictures she's been sending us and see if you can guess where in the world is Noah. She'll be back later this week, so next week we will for sure get a recap of her whole trip. I can't wait to hear where she is and what she's been doing. Today, April 22nd, is Earth Day. For the past 50 or so years, Earth Day has been celebrated by billions of people around the globe, joining together and promoting awareness for the health of our environment. The idea of Earth Day actually came around in 1969, and it was a U.S. Senator out of California saw the effects of a massive oil spill that had taken place. He called to action to all Americans to take a stand and better the health of our environment. And in 1970, lots of colleges and universities joined this movement, and it's just grown and grown since there, trying to create a sustainable Earth. And if you're wondering, how can little old me participate in Earth Day? Well, you don't have to plant a forest to enjoy Earth Day. Even some small things like reusing a water bottle instead of using a plastic or styrofoam cup can make a huge difference. If everyone here on Earth took a stand to reuse and recycle a little bit more, we might just make an impact on the Earth. Well, we're kicking off this week with Earth Day. We're gonna kind of ease into our week at Freedom Village. Monday today, you've got lots of time to reflect back on this beautiful Monday morning show. And then tomorrow, Tuesday, April 23rd at 2 p.m., we have line dancing up in the gym with Martha Zahn. And whether you're an avid line dancer or you're just looking to get started, it's a great way to have some fun and get some exercise. If line dancing isn't for you, but you're not quite sure how to work your iPhone, head down to the Michigan room at 2 o'clock for a Tech with Sandy class. And it is iPhone class, texting, and emailing. So two things that lots of people want to be doing on their phones, and not everyone knows how right away, so you'll want to head down there. Everyone is welcome for this class. On Wednesday, April 24th, we start out our day at 9:30 a.m. in the auditorium with our monthly RAC meeting. RAC stands for Resident Advisory Council, and this is a group of your peers representing you and kind of being the liaisons between the residents and the leadership team. And this is a place to discuss things that have been going on, get updates from the leadership team, ask some questions, so you won't want to miss that meeting. At 10:30 on Wednesday, the village artists are heading out to Hemlock Crossings. It's a beautiful park, and there's both an indoor area and an outdoor area, so weather depending where you go, but there'll be something no matter what the weather is. Please sign up in Touchtown if you'd like to attend that. And our weekly evening program is actually on a different day this week. It is on Wednesday night, and this is a program you will not want to miss. This is one of the best ones we do. Andrews University music program visits us once a year and kind of shows off a vast variety of the talents that their music program has, from singing to instruments all across the board. It is wonderful, wonderful. And that is at 7:15 on Wednesday evening. Thursday morning, we are getting up early, 9 o'clock, heading out to Trader Joe's in Grand Rapids. They have so many great things. You'll want to go shopping there. 1:45, we are taking a bus to Yonkers Gardens. And if you've been in the Holland area for a long time, you know this is a staple in the spring. They've got everything you could need for planting your garden, doing your yard. They've even got indoor plants. So We will get a tour of the grounds of this family business that is long-standing in our community. 1:45, again, please sign up in Touchtown so that we know you're planning to come along with us. At 3 o'clock on Thursday, we have a really great program in the auditorium, and we would love to see more residents come. It is the Holland Symphony Orchestra pre-concert chat. And so the director of the symphony orchestra will join us and give us a little preview of what is to come for the Saturday concert, and give us a little background behind this, behind the tunes that we'll be hearing. Friday morning, we are kicking off our Friday and our weekend like we do every week with Meeting of the Mugs in the auditorium at 10 a.m. So grab your mug and head on up. It is a great way to start your morning and meet some people, talk with some old friends, meet some new friends, and have a cup of coffee. At 1:10 p.m. on Friday, we are heading downtown to Sperry Movie Theater, and we will be watching the film Marquee-Town. And this is a documentary based on the work of Bernie Rosendale and tells the story of one of a Michigan resident's modern crusade to restore the historic art house of his youth to its former glory. A quest that leads the filmmakers to discover a hidden cinema empire in the UP. Marquee-Town is about chasing your dreams, redefining failure and success, and remember the enduring magic of the movies. It's only $6 to attend this movie. Just make sure you sign up online so we know how many to expect. Saturday, we've got our weekly pancake breakfast from 7:45 until 9 in the bistro. All the proceeds from that go to the Freedom Village Resident Scholarship Fund. So you get breakfast and you're doing a good deed. What more could you want? Saturday at 10 a.m., it is World Tai Chi Day, so we are joined once again this month by Chris Campbell, and he will be celebrating Tai Chi Day with a special extra practice, which will be held in the backyard of Freedom Village. And then 7 p.m. Saturday is that Holland Symphony Orchestra concert that we talked about, and the theme of this month is Night at the Opera. On Sunday, we are going to end our day with a Free at 3 concert. Bus is leaving Freedom Village at 2:30 p.m. Just make sure you sign up online so we know how many to expect. And if you stick around, we've got our 4 p.m. Vespers service in the auditorium. And I think that is what we've got going on here at the Village this week. It should be another great week. And for a little extra this week, we have a program back by popular demand. A few months ago, we introduced this segment to you called The Village View, where we get a panel of residents and they discuss and maybe debate timely topics. And this week, the ladies joined us and they discussed the topic of hair color, going back to when many older adults blued their hair, coming up into the vibrant colors we see on the youth of today. So let's take a look what they think. All right. Welcome, ladies. Welcome back to the Village View. Today we have with us Margaret Elhart. We've got Lynn McCoskey and Sandy Frauenheim. So let's get right into it, ladies. In the mid-1900s, blondes like Jean Harlow and Marilyn Monroe made bright blonde tresses very popular. Hairdressers used hydrogen and ammonia to turn the tresses pale yellow, but the secret to achieving that silvery shimmer was a blue chemical solution called a blue rinse. Almost immediately, beauticians started recommending blue rinses to older women as a way to restore luster to their gray or yellowish white hair. Though it worked well when properly done, a botched rinse could leave the hair looking anywhere from slightly bluish to decisively purple. This happened frequently and not always by accident. Some women, having observed the effect, decided that it heightened rather than lowered their beauty and would go in for it deliberately. By the 1970s, the phrase "Blue Rinse Brigade" began popping up in reference to old ladies doing just about anything. Today, you don't see this trend as often with older generations. Why do you think this is? And what do you think of the trending vibrant hair colors with the younger generations? How is it different from the bluing trend?
Well, the bluing trend is fine. It's right here. I have it in right now. But don't overdo it, because you will be purple. And the blue shampoo is good.
How do you know how much to do?
I don't know. I just put it in my hand and
So it's a
shampooed in my
gas.
hair.
It's a shampoo, not a cream or
No.
anything.
See,
You know,
and I use about every 6 rinses. Well, by the time I wash my hair, I use a purple shampoo and a purple rinse. But if I use it too often, it will turn my hair purple.
Right.
So you don't want that. So you use it not very often, but you're trying to not have a boring looking gray. You're trying to have a vibrant, pretty gray. Unless you're like you and you got brown,
Well,
which looks kind of nice.
and I use, when my hair is dry like this, VO5 in the men's portion of the drugstore. It's a tube, and it's for white hair. You just put a tiny little bit in your hand, rub it around, put it in your hair. Make sure you don't leave
that's
any
moisture,
purple.
like, right?
Yeah, but it makes your hair shine. Shine and be really white.
Well,
So-
it's interesting. Like a Jean Harlow, and who else did you name?
Marilyn
That
Monroe?
was bleached. I mean,
Yeah.
how could they would need VO5 big time?
Yeah.
That
I
has
can-
got to dry your hair right out.
I can remember my 4th grade teacher had purple hair. She used to really look kind of weird, and you didn't know what it was at that particular time. But I think it was like any color, you have to know how to apply it. You put in too much and it doesn't turn out so good. So we used to just kind of joke. But here you have this 4th grade teacher, she's got purple hair, so sometimes it's hard to keep your hair a bright, vibrant color, especially as you age.
Right.
It's harder.
Gray is not complimentary to very many people.
But what do you think now of this younger generation who do the bright color hair like reds and oranges and purples?
Speaking of the purples, you see the basketball game?
Oh, yes.
The girls running along the court with the purple hair. They had long purple hair down the middle of their back. I think Cardoso, she was picked 2nd or 3rd last night in
In the draft?
the basketball draft. She had long purple hair, and she had black hair last night. I thought she was wearing a wig, which to me would be a fun thing to do. Get a purple wig or get a pink wig and wear them, but I'm not sure that I'd be one to ever dye my hair.
At that age, a different color.
At any age.
You know what? I think sometimes I'm all for natural beauty, enhancing your beautiful spots. But sometimes, to me, that's like using the special shampoo on your hair,
Right.
because you're not changing the color, you're enhancing it to make it look better. That, I think, is good. Or sometimes people have beautiful hair and they're very, very natural. So why not leave it alone? Why would you go for this dorky purple or orange hair? To me, that looks weird.
Well, I've never seen any youngster, and they probably won't watch this program, so not to worry. Their hair never looks neat. They dye it purple, but it's sticking out all over the place. And it's orange, it's sticking out. Now, when Jean Harlow bleached her hair, it was coiffed. I mean, it was in a set hairdo. You don't see that with the younger kids anymore.
They do it themselves. That's why.
And they
The
don't
other
get...
ones pay the big bucks to get it done.
Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I do my own hair.
Oh, I know.
So do I.
Well, I can tell you an experience of doing my hair. Loving Care. You all know Loving Care that you can buy in the drugstore to do your hair.
Yeah,
that
that's
a
a
hair?
color. That's what
That's
you're
a
talking
color,
about.
and I put it in, and I went to school. I did it myself. Looked pretty good. But the kids came up, and all day long, 7th graders, they're not going to say it
I was
out
going to say,
loud.
were you my 4th grade teacher?
And they did this. They did
Did
this
you have
to
purple
me.
hair?
No, I had green hair,
Okay.
iridescent green, all in the back.
Was it St. Patrick's Day?
No,
Oh, dear.
it was dark hair, trying to make it a different color, and I could never get a job as a beautician.
You probably wouldn't be able to get one as a teacher after that.
No, I did. But the kids, I just said, it's okay, don't tell anyone. So they all had this big secret.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell
You're not
them.
going to see the principal? You're just going to walk this way, all the way down?
I
Teacher
did go to-
Margaret,
I
you have
did
to go
go
to
to
the
one-
principal.
I went to my beautician after school and said, please, take this out of my hair.
Was she able to get it
Can they
out?
do that?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I have never colored my hair, and it has lightened over the years. It does in the summer too. It
Gets
the
that
sun-
from the sun.
lightens it out, but I've never put a color. I've often thought about it because my hair when I was younger was quite a bit redder. I mean, I've never been the pale skin redhead, but you know, I can tan. I have to work at it, but my hair is fading and it's getting more white hairs in there.
It looks very pretty though.
No.
Do I have to use a rinse now?
No,
No,
it looks beautiful. It looks kind of like a silver gray, brown. I mean, I think it looks great.
Does
don't
it?
screw it up.
It's not red hair.
Just
No, it's not red.
No, it's not.
Yeah, what was I just going to say? I can't remember what I was going to say. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, color us surprised.
Well, I used to have my hair highlighted, and that's because the hair looked so boring. It was such a boring brown. So you could have maybe used a highlighter like you were doing to make it look better. But the trend back in like the 70s and the 80s was to highlight it so
Right.
that you
Yeah.
had some more color in it. So sometimes you say, what's different from that? Except I thought it looked good. These kids with the purple hair, I think, look weird. So that's the difference. I
Well,
think.
yeah, no, my granddaughters, when they were coming up, now they're 30 and 32, but when they were 17 and 18, they had purple hair, mahogany, red colored hair.
Could we argue that the kids today dyeing their hair red and purple are doing the same as you did in the 70s highlighting, where they're following the trends and they think it looks good?
Well, you know,
Yeah,
they're following the trends. I don't know that I would say it looks good. I think it's a different trend. It's not a trend to look good and natural, which was
Right.
I was trying to do. You know, people who had good hair could go out in the sun, and the sun would streak your hair. I wasn't that lucky. I had this mousy brown hair.
Mm.
So you're trying to highlight the natural. These kids today aren't doing the natural. And I think that's my difference. If you're highlighting natural.
Right.
You're highlighting gray hair to make it a prettier gray hair.
Right.
You know, so to me, one is making natural better and enjoying the beauty of natural, and the other is standing out and being different.
Yeah.
and
And I think they're doing it because people are doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Shaving one side of your head we saw that. We saw it on the kids upstairs. A couple of them would do it. I mean, I just think that's normal for teenagers. I think it'll follow them, like our teenage pictures and high school pictures followed us.
Yep.
But, you know, you get your hair pictures taken with purple hair and orange hair and every other color that you can think of, they're going to know exactly when you were living and when you were a teenager.
Well, and they're not using a permanent. Most of them are using a washout color.
Well, I think it stays a pretty long time. I don't think it's something that rinses out necessarily.
It's not natural looking to me.
No, it's not natural. That's my point. It's
Right.
not enhancing natural beauty. It's not natural.
Yeah.
That's my thing. If you're going to color your hair, but you're enhancing what your natural stuff, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm a stickly old broad.
Aren't we all?
Thank you so much, ladies. It was great to hear from you, and thank you for sharing. Folks, I think that's all we've got for the week. Thank you so much for tuning in with me again this week. And until next week, I'm Ashley, and this has been Monday Morning. Bye.